Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Gamehater, the show where we play games and decide how much we hate them. I am Steve from Gamehiker. Aaron is with me as always.
Hello.
And the game of the night, well, it's important to mention these things. Not the game of the night, what should have been the game of the night 2 nights ago was Dangerous High School Girls in Trouble.
Yeah.
And
same.
I was going to do it last week, and Aaron actually suggested it for this week without knowing that. And it just wasn't playing nice with OBS, so that game gets an automatic kick to the face.
But we don't like to kick Dangerous High School Girls, but sometimes we just have no choice.
Yeah, no choice. They're very frustrating sometimes. Those backfire sometimes. Yeah. Anyhow, what we're actually playing is Gunmetal Arcadia 0, which I assume is a prequel to Gunmetal Arcadia, or perhaps
a remake,
or maybe it's just the main character is in some kind of skin-tight bodysuit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have zero protection, it has to be skin tight.
Mm-hmm. I mean, why bother against guns? Armor does you no good.
Well, if this is our character, I hope this character does not end up in a skin-tight suit.
It looks kind of like Strong Sad mixed with the Human Torch.
I can see that. Like Strong Sad is just on fire. Like he's just like so depressed he can't even bother to scream over it. Like, oh, I'm on fire. I guess that's just my normal life.
And Strong Dad is sitting there with matches. Gannet, if you're going on an adventure, you should take a weapon with you. I think you still have your mother's sword in the basement somewhere. Was there something else you wanted to ask me about? No. We're not here for plot.
Nothing.
We are not here for plot in the first 10 seconds of the game.
Right.
There's no time for story.
You found a Taylor sword inside and equipped it.
Okay.
Alright, here's the important question though. Can he duck and sword?
Ooh, well, I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Shut
Man,
up, Gannet!
I walked right into a dialogue. I can duck and sword.
Oh, man. I'm getting some Zelda 2 vibes here.
No down stab, no up stab, but it's
You have to unlock those.
It's still early.
So, something big's going down at the fortress. Jay's headed over that way now. I'm gonna go catch up with him. Don't wait up!
That was a good strong bet.
Thank you.
Oh, I could go in another house, or I could get on with my adventure. Oh, look at all these villagers who have nothing useful
You're
to
like
say.
waiting for you to say something to them. Wait a second, we already saw that guy.
Stand by, I gotta rearrange things.
Oh, now he's got an E above his head.
And figured out that I switched over to keyboard mode. What a monster. Sorry, I usually get my Windows set up. Okay, I'm sure they had very important and useful things to say, and I'm glad I talked to all of them.
Yeah. Wait, we're in the middle of a town and there's slimes running around?
Yeah, who's in charge of this town? It was probably Strong Dad's latest caper.
Why is this game about gunmetal and we have a sword?
Maybe the sword will eventually shoot guns.
Oh, we can buy stuff.
Oh, I can get one for free. Loyalty to the gunmetal van. Do I really want to commit to this?
Oh man, factions.
I mean, no one's even given me a 5-minute cutscene about the various factions.
Yeah, but I mean, like, while playing Salt and Sanctuary, like, they never bothered to explain any of the factions in that game. Like, it just, oh, you're in a faction now, and then, like, you get to another place, like, I'm gonna be in this faction now!
That's true. And then the other faction hates you.
Yeah.
Alright. Good thing there was that guy to tell me to go through a door.
Be careful of that slime up there.
I got this, Oh, it's a slime spawny pit. Run away.
Yeah.
want. Enough with the talking. Alright, he actually said something helpful.
Yeah, I gave you a bomb.
Yeah.
Think of all the other items you probably missed out on by being a jerk to people.
Well, that's the story of my life.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're constantly going through life. All those bombs you could have had.
That's right. All because I didn't want to make friends with anyone. Oh, keys open doors.
Oh, thank you.
He didn't even give me a key. What a jerk. Okay, enough with the villagers. Some kind of creepy cult. Let's show him the creepy cult.
Yeah, this whole aesthetic of this game is so weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like the attractive-looking pixel art that you sometimes get with indie games. It's just weird.
This is like 1987 NES game.
Right. And not the good kind.
Right.
Yeah, this is feeling very Zelda 2.
It is. It's even got the same curtains. See, now this is the kind of NPC I like. He's just very... I'm blanking on the word, but he's standing aside, accommodating.
Yeah.
He's being very accommodating about standing aside, letting me fight the boss, because he knows his place.
Yeah. He's like, hey, by the way, there's a big slime out there. Maybe be ready for it. But I'm not gonna get in your way over it. I'm gonna let you do your thing.
You know, you're clearly the protagonist of this game, so I'll just sit back and let you handle the giant slime monster.
I like how you were like cautious, that little crystal. Like, this might make me go off screen, but I really want the money. But I don't want the heart. But I don't want the money.
I'm glad you could read the body language there. Alright. Gem, I don't know. Do I have any gems? Do I need this?
You have 10 coins. You can't buy anything anyway.
Man, I guess. It's like Zelda 2, but the entire world is a village.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like the monster just have to live in the village. Like, they don't want to live in the village, but like,
if the village
there's nowhere else to live. I mean, this is what happens when, you know, you have urban areas that start spreading out all over the place, and you just don't make any consideration for the people already there.
Right. Or the indigenous creatures like raccoons and coyotes and slime monsters and zombies.
I mean, basically the slime monsters are going through gentrification, and this is what they wanted. They wanted to be where they wanted to be in their own home, and now you got all these weird, strong, sad monster animal people living there.
I mean, maybe they didn't even want to live here, but got forced into it due to circumstances. And now suddenly the cost of living is going up. Where are they going to go?
Why are there so many state doors? You can't go like 5 seconds without finding a store.
I don't need all this stuff. Man, the small... Okay, hang on. Small satchel, that's kind of worth it. I don't have the money. Stop throwing stores at me when I don't even have the money. Oh my goodness, I have to buy keys?
You can buy keys? That hasn't been cool since Zelda 2. Oh, you just stole his money.
I think I bombed the chest open, which I guess counts as stealing his money. So yeah, are these zombie guys zombies, or are they the people who are being pushed out due to gentrification? And am I wrong to be calling them zombies?
I don't know. I don't understand the story of this game whatsoever. I wish there was some characters just standing around waiting to explain these things to us.
That'd be nice. So they got walls and they've got enemies, agents of chaos. You know what I like is stories that are told in one sentence at a time, like spread out by maybe 15 seconds or so. And then that way I can really pay attention to the nuances and the details.
Yeah, like really important, story facts that they just sort of drop every now and then, like, Dick Dogger hates smoke.
Right.
It's like, well, who is this Dick Dogger and why does he hate smoke? These are the kind of story questions that you should be allowed to think over and consider, as opposed to just having it shoved down your throat. I mean, like in this game, if Dick Dogger was in this game, they'd be like, so this... Oh, I gotta do this voice. I'm so steamed for... She's making me babysit the new recruits while he me and Red go on another one of their little adventures. I should be out there with them, and they know it too. You better not be thinking of going without me. Okay, I'll just go up this ladder now.
I can just... Wee! Oh, Strong said, why do you have no self-preservation?
Or self-respect.
Another Strong said.
Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be stuff over here to do. I better stab it with my sword. Good thing he was there to let me know.
Yeah, if only those NPCs could do it themselves.
Well, they're respectful. They know it's not their game.
But yeah, like I was saying, like, if Dig Dogger was in this game and they were doing that line, they'd be like, so Dig Dogger was this old person who used to live in the town 500 years ago until his ex-wife died, and then he got really upset and took up a smoking addiction. But eventually he realized he had to quit smoking and went on a 6-week program to finally cut back on the habit. And now whenever people go around him and smoke, he's really sensitive to it, and it's very hard for him to get over it. And he just thinks it's really rude when people walk up to him and smoke, and it just weakens them so much.
Only it would be 10 NPCs.
Yeah, saying that over the course of, like 7 or 8 screens.
Right. And you probably have to kill Dig Dogger before you can get through the whole thing. Alright, I clearly am not doing this right. Have a bomb.
I don't know, but I like his Shy Guy face.
It's pretty good. Ooh.
What I like is the fact that he just doesn't have, like, arms or anything, so he's just, like, shooting his laser out of his chest because that's the only way he knows to live. So how far back did we get? This is pretty far back.
Pretty punishing. And
Yeah.
there is a life system. I don't even want to know what happens when I run out of those.
Well, you lose all of your experience and you have to start over by the Sleeping Princess.
Yeah, probably. Ganon wakes up.
Yeah.
All the NPCs respawn with new dialogue.
And then you get a 13 or to 15 seconds long, cinematic about how all the enemies come back to life, and
No
you can skip it, but it's still going to take a good 10 seconds of loading.
Right, I mean, the video was just there to give you something to do while it loaded.
And yet you skip it every time.
Like a chump. Could have been using that time cooking or something.
They really put a lot of time and work into these background elements.
The backgrounds are nice. Gotta give them props for those.
Well, I mean, just like the rooftops in the background, not so much these right now.
Oh, yeah, these are just pretty basic tiles.
Tiles they could not even be bothered to finish.
Well, they were busy playing Tetris and they just could not get the S.
Yeah, I know.
Random drops for keys. That's madness.
Yeah. Why lock anything if keys mean nothing in this game?
Right, if I can just grind up a batch of keys. Alright, Befallen.
Well, we already know that you can just buy keys, so
Right.
they inherently have no real value.
So can I duck under his laser thing? No. I cannot.
You see, this is why he needs a sword. I mean, not a sword, he needs a shield.
The shield would be fantastic. Yeah, so the problem I'm running into, of course, is that I don't get much warning on this laser, and I need to be right in his face to stab him in said face. So I have to rush into him, hope he doesn't shoot me.
Yeah, his tell for the laser, I mean, it's not very well pronounced.
Yeah,
He kind of squats down when he does it, that's about it.
Yeah, but he squats down as he does it. That is cruel.
You still have your key. Maybe go back to that one key place that we skipped over before.
I remember nothing. Was it in here?
It was a guy who explained keys to us, and we made fun of him for it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
So that was pretty far back, I think.
I'm trapped.
Oh no, we gotta kill all these slimes before they let you leave their house.
Oh man, what a weak bomb.
Oh yeah, you got gems.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so we're so excited about it.
I'm sure they're meaningful and useful. There are tons of
absolutely.
shops.
Yeah, I mean, you could be using all that money to get stronger with.
I could. It's probably a worthwhile thing, depending on how much of my progress I will lose when I get a game over.
Oh, that's true. Then again, maybe you game over just means you lose your coins, but you keep whatever you spent it on.
Right. Yeah, maybe so. There's the key door. It's probably like a secret shop. I'll just rob him before. It's always awkward to rob someone you've already talked to.
Right. But if you rob him before you talk to him, you sort of be like, oh man, I really liked you. I should have talked to you better before.
Combat bracers.
What do they do for
attacks? Well.
Oh, you gotta get those. I know it's not useful for this boss, but come on.
Oh yeah, how can I not? It looks like I can get... Oh, I want the battle axe.
Oh, battle axe? What?
Okay,
Get a lance?
Oh, my stars are limited. Okay, let's get the axe. Not quite ready to commit. High jump sounds kind of useful, but I can't afford it.
Man, I can't believe they're just selling upgrades like this, like they're just common throwaway items.
Seriously. Yeah, this game has a... That's kind of nice. Yeah, this game is very cavalier about things it's selling me.
Yeah. Although this vertical attack, I'm not crazy about it. Like, he just throws his weapon in the air.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't he know he has to jump first? There was a key right there.
The whole time. I got the down stab too. That might
it's
actually
not a great down stab. You actually have to press down and stab.
True. Yeah, I was hoping for...
It completely goes against the spirit of down stab.
It really does. You jump and you press down and you down stab. That's how it goes. Everyone knows this. I was really hoping the axe would be more of a swing with an arc, so I could hit that guy in the face better.
No, it's just a different sprite attached to your character.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully at least does more damage.
I would hope so. Yeah, it's funny how even like these rooms or like these areas they're going through, like they're even separated by the same general sprites as they use in Zelda 2.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very strongly influenced for sure. Good thing I'm playing. You might fall in love with this game.
I know, like it's almost torture that I have to watch you play it instead.
Well, if it promotes, you can have the controller for the full play. Let's not get
I don't know, it might come to that. There's enough weird about it that I'm not like I'm not sure I'll be sold on it at all, no matter what happens. Just because it's, I don't know, it just feels so weird in the way that it handles like items and upgrades and all that stuff. It just completely throws me off what I expect in a video game.
No, I understand. It doesn't follow the usual logic. And that menu screen has nothing to do with the graphical style. Also, I can't skip this. Which is crap. Well, okay, the axe was a good purchase.
Yeah, no kidding, it's murdering him.
So much for you, Befallen.
And you've got an extra heart now.
Yeah.
I hope you're not thinking of following us, Furio. It's dangerous out there. You kids need to stay in the residential district. We'll be locking down the rest of the city until we can get this strike contained.
Okay.
Well, how does this guy have a different face? They're both the same sprite.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. This guy's in love with my sister. Okay. You have my blessing. She's lonely. Alright, so that was the first world. Let's do a quick time check. Dropping my stuff.
I don't feel like we've done too long, maybe about 15 minutes.
20 actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Time flies when you're doing strong bad impressions.
It's true.
Well, I already blew all my cash.
Yep, time to go murder some things to get more money.
How do I use these shards? I think it was the guild that the shards were for. Guild upgrades.
Oh, and you didn't actually pick a faction.
No, I got the free one for the first faction that I came across.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, I really don't need a shop every 10 feet, though. Like, I don't recall anyone gushing about how the towns were the best part of Zelda 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you didn't actually fight monsters in the towns of Zelda 2, so...
That's true.
Maybe it'd be different if you did.
Now, Castlevania 2, those were towns. So they were full of monsters at night.
Well, I mean, you know, you did run into some monsters in Zelda 2. Some were friendly ones, and sometimes they were disguised as villagers and would attack you if you talked to them, which was sort of a dumb strategy.
Well, it just turns out that the Yiga clan were pretty active before they even got a name.
True. That is a possible bit of Zelda lore there.
I'm sure DLC 2 will confirm it for us.
Oh, absolutely. I can just see that how DLC 2 will have them go back to Zelda 2.
Right. Fill the gaps. We'll find out Twin Rova was the progenitor of the Yiga clan.
Yep. And that the random wizard Karak in Maze Island was also one of the Yiga.
Yeah. Was he the one who abducted the little boy?
No, actually, that was a lizard man who did that. Or a little Thoth for those who prefer their Zelda canon to be more accurate.
I'll go with Lizard Man. It makes me feel more secure to think that reptites are behind the scenes everywhere. Hey, another store!
Wow, look at all these things.
Man, like the same stuff as last time.
Yeah.
I really need a bigger bandolier, apparently, so I can carry around more stars that don't do anything for me.
Yeah, what are these stars for?
I don't know.
Yeah, see, like, I feel like I would get a lot out of this game if I understood anything of what was going on.
Well, when you play, you can talk to everyone.
True, I could do that. Oh, we got a Zelda 2 elevator that you can actually do stuff while you're on it.
Like throw bombs.
Yeah.
Got some disappearing blocks. And I bet this is another shopkeeper. It's been a while since I saw one. They really don't want you going very far without.
They really want you to grab all this crap, too.
Yeah. Well, maybe drop more cash. I see more shops than cash.
I mean, with these many merchants around, like, with merchants just, like, everywhere, all over the place, it's a wonder that they're able to make any profit on their items whatsoever. It seems like they'd be constantly in competition and having to sell their items for dirt cheap prices.
You keep going back between merchants and they start dropping their prices.
Right.
You're like, I don't know, I think I'm going to need more time to think about it. You go to the next one, and he's like, how about 22 gold?
Well, you know, in one non-Zelda Nintendo game, which I know we never talk about those, but in Kid Icarus, you could actually negotiate prices with the merchants.
Really?
There was a way of pressing a button, and it would change the prices at the shop. Sometimes it would make them cheaper. Sometimes they would get mad at you and raise the prices, though. So it was always a gamble.
Man, I think I only did one playthrough of Kid Icarus, and I never noticed that.
I forget what you had to press in that game because it's been so long since I played it, but that was always sort of a fun mechanic and a great thing to exploit if you were playing on the virtual console where you can save state.
That's true. Yeah, I remember I played the 3D Classics version. I think I got that for free from My Nintendo or Club Nintendo, I guess it was called at the time. Back when they gave out
for the 3DS, I think I got that too.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
I noticed that when you came back, it looks like you lost all your coins, but that's all you lost.
I think that is the case.
Yeah, which is sort of a Zelda 2 thing. Instead of coins, it's points, but yeah.
Whatever you want to call them. I'm not really motivated to go and dig up all these treasure chests again, though, I must say.
Yeah, it doesn't feel very rewarding, especially when all they want you to do is go to one of the 5 million shops spread out everywhere, so it's not like you're going to miss out on an opportunity to hit a shop.
Right. I'm taking a different path this time. Okay, so we've got the Castlevania whips. Yeah, so I guess maybe this is more of a Castlevania 2 clone than the Zelda 2 clone.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Maybe.
I mean, they're both pretty similar games when you get down to it.
They are, yeah. They both kind of together invented the Metroidvania style, which ironically Zelda didn't get credit for.
Yeah, imagine if they had kept making Zelda games like Zelda 2, it'd probably be called Zeldavania style.
It probably would. Obviously Metroid went much further with the idea of gradual upgrades. Oh, you locked some things in the next room, did you? I happen to be an adventurer with no sense of shame and a key.
And you go back and you don't offer to give anything back to him.
He left a bunch of slimes. Oh, there we go. The chest just did damage to me.
And all it gave you was a bunch of crummy coins.
Come on, man.
Just leave to talk to him.
Huh. He's still hysterical. I guess we should just leave him to his own devices.
They didn't bother to give him a second line of dialogue. Oh man, this is very Zelda 2 now.
Yep. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't seem to have the same heart as Zelda 2 or Metroid 2. Sorry, Castlevania 2.
Well, it's more like it doesn't really seem to have a heart at all. It's just
Right.
It does legitimately feel like this is the game you would find on the NES, but not in a good way.
Yeah. This is the Activision game that they were trying to get in on trends.
Right. This is the cheap knockoff of Odalis.
Right. Yeah. Odalis is a good comparison, right? Because that was a game that felt like it would have fit in on that console, and people would have liked it had it come out then.
Yeah, but at the same time, it still had some good modern sensibilities to it.
Right. Oh man, I was in a tight spot there.
And this one, I'm hard pressed to say it really has any kind of sensibility to it.
No. Wow,
Yeah, you got yourself murdered.
That's a tough room. No, I think it's just whatever status I had at the beginning. Because I'm starting with 9 coins. I mean, that sucks though. I mean, you don't want to go through the town and collect all the coins again.
No.
Just, so I guess if you're playing somewhat strategically, you would save all your money until you're about to fight the boss, then cash in, buy a bunch of upgrades, hope it works out for you.
Yeah, I wonder if you would keep those upgrades after you game over, or you'll need to go back to your beginning state.
No. What did I just get?
I don't know, but it's apparently important because it's staying up there in your status bar. Oh!
Some kind of bubbly situation.
Yeah.
Oh, and it lets me spend my my star point power. Well,
I'm glad they took out the time in their day to explain that to us.
Yeah. The shopkeepers need to stay focused on their business.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Come on,
It's
chest.
useful, but it's not that useful.
Right. It's very difficult to aim. I guess it could come in handy in this room.
Yeah, it's definitely coming in handy.
Oh,
Oh,
timed that wrong.
This is where that high jump probably would have been nice.
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy how variable the drops are, too. Remember, the last time I was in this room, I had 60-something coins.
Yeah, although you pretty much skipped over everything this time except for that one chest.
That's true, I did kind of rush through. So this is the spot that hosed me because I got in the situation where I didn't have the block and then it spawned in an inconvenient way for me.
Right.
Okay, or I can just upstep him.
If only your axe a little bit longer.
No.
Oh look, some Mega Man ladders.
This is more Donkey Kong style.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's just this soulless mishmash of NES games.
Like, it uses so many different aspects of different games, but not in any way that makes you think, man, this is really fun. More like, man, I wish I was playing that game instead.
Yeah, exactly. Right, I mean, I'm not reading this. Oh no.
Oh my god, so much dialogue.
This innkeeper's gonna tell me his whole life story here. Unless maybe it acts as a checkpoint. I don't know. I'm sure he told me. Nope, I just get my health back.
He's like, oh, you're already healed. You don't need to sleep. Like, I've been going for days. Just because I didn't get a sprained ankle on the way here doesn't mean I need something to take the nap.
Sir, you're fine. If you need to take a nap, you can go to the nearest hospital.
I know, it's funny, like, imagine if you, like, went to, like, the Hampton Inn, stay the night, and they take a look at you and go, well, you don't look like you're hurt or anything. Like, no, I just need somewhere to sleep for the night. Like, oh, well, I don't think that would be right. We couldn't take your money for that.
They've got standards. They've got their own mission. Yeah, going back to the Odalis comparison, like, Odalis was a really cool take on Castlevania style gameplay that was good and it helped with modern sensibilities. Whereas this is like taking the worst parts of a bunch of random NES games.
Yeah, that's just why, like, it presents everything, whether it's a character dialogue or the stores or whatever like that. They do it in such a way that you just don't want to mess with it. Like, even though, like, you should be spending money on these stores, like, whenever we run into a store, I'm just like, oh my god, not another one.
Right. Yeah, especially knowing that you can have a huge setback to the game over. Like, why bother spending my money?
So is this guy a giant turkey with a smiley face?
Maybe a little. He does look a lot like... Oh, man. Well, he hits hard.
Yeah.
Got one more life. Oh, man. What a long walk. Well, this is actually...
Oh, we need to go
to
through the checkpoint room again?
Yeah. It's like, oh, good. This is my checkpoint.
Yeah, I know. Of all the rooms to get a checkpoint in.
More often.
Oh, good. You got that item again.
Yeah, don't even get the double. Well, it is really nice to have in this particular room.
Yeah. Pretty much only this room, but hey, like what you can get.
Yep.
Well, just compare this to another game we recently played. I do appreciate the fact that your character has more range and abilities than a certain other game I played that was like Zelda 2.
The one where a little girl was stabbing dudes with a scalpel.
Yeah. And that was a limit of your range for any kind of weapon.
Oh, this is the freaking...
No, not this one again.
Not this guy. I just wanna...
You like come back after he talked to you all that stuff before, like, oh, did you want to hear about all that stuff I said before? Well, let me just get started here. So, you're like, no, God, no, please.
I'll take my chances with the Bogos. And how is it now that there's no shops all of a sudden?
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, oh, so you have money now.
Yeah, they heard my comments about saving my money for the end of the level so I don't waste it. And they did not sympathize with the plight of the guy who just wants to get on with the game.
Yeah. Well, like, they give you, like, so much exhaustion with the merchants at the beginning of the game. Like, they really should have found a way of spacing them out more.
Yeah, I guess that's it for merchants for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, we used up all our merchant ideas in the first level. No, we don't really have any plans for them. We hope you don't notice. We honestly didn't expect you to play our game this long.
You're still doing this? You know there's other games in the world, right?
It's like, you've heard of Steam sales, right? There are a whole lot of games you could be playing.
All right, got him. Is that not even the boss? Okay, yeah, that's.
There's like no fanfare whatsoever for picking up that heart.
No. They're all surprised. Look, I'm the only person in this town who's actually doing anything. You need to respect that.
Even though like you're not even going anywhere like new or interesting, like there's literally people on the other side of the boss that's hanging out doing nothing.
Right.
And no sense of danger or anything like that. Not like you're actually doing anything to save people. They're just at most being mildly inconvenienced.
Yeah, oh no, slimes everywhere. Viral infection. That was the Steam achievement.
Whoa, are we leaving the towns finally?
Ooh, wow. But no, we're still in the swamp annex to the town.
I mean, you gotta have a swamp next to your town.
Okay. So that was enough of that. Putting my thoughts together.
So, I feel like with this game, they tried too much to be like getting this game, which I touched on before when I think this is one of those games where I say this a lot, but it's frustrating because of potential. Like, and this time I'm not even going to give it like a pass for like the graphics, because I feel like what they should have done was came up with its own more unique and interesting graphic style as opposed to this. That's
Right.
what's the best I can describe it as this. And give it something a little bit more unique, something to set it apart. This just feels so forgettable because it's cribbing off all these different other games, but not doing anything really that unique or interesting with them.
Right. It's not. It doesn't even feel like a loving reference to those games. It just feels like they saw some game mechanics and were like, "Hey, let's slap something together."
Yeah.
And, yeah, like you say, the graphical style was weak, and I don't love harping on graphical styles because it's kind of superficial to some extent. But give me something better than an orange blob head.
Yeah. At least make your character distinguishable, because I mean, like, Odalis didn't have that much better than NES graphics in that game. Like, it went more than what the NES part could handle, but it at least used that kind of style and made it to look nice with it.
Right. Yeah. The best NES games graphically were the ones who worked around the obvious limitations with a compelling art style.
Whereas this one just like it adopts like this art style and goes, well, these are the limitations, so we get a pass for looking like this.
This is what old games look like, so that's what we're gonna do. But take the Mega Man series, for example. Incredibly limited hardware, but they made beautiful games out of it. Really colorful, cartoony graphics that worked.
This, on the other hand, what kind of graphics it reminds me of? It reminds me of those crappy Bible games.
Yeah.
Like, especially like the map we just left on, where it had like the sheds and stuff like that, and like I think it was like a cow on the side of the screen. It actually looked like something you would see from Bible adventures, except with orange people.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm trying to think what else. The gameplay, combat was fine. I had fun smacking enemies with my weapons. Maybe should have tried out some other ones just for the sake of demoing them. But when I have the option of an axe, I take it just about any game. So it was very reminiscent of Zelda 2 combat as we immediately latched onto. And that's a good thing. That was a good combat system for its time. But the constant blathering NPCs, the shops everywhere, it was just tedious to go anywhere in this game. You never really felt like you had started the actual adventure because you're always wandering through a town.
Yeah, and it just created such a weird dissonance in this game that you're constantly in this town and like you're going from NPCs to monsters to NPCs to monsters, and there was like no real separation between the two. Like I feel like a game, for the most part, you can have like NPCs stuck out there among the wilds or whatever. That's fine, but like you need to have like a clear segregation between like this is your safe area, this is your combat area.
Yeah.
And this one tried to mash them all together to such an extent that neither one of them even mattered.
Yeah. None of them had any distinction. It just didn't work. And I'm not sure why they wanted to do that either.
I don't know. Maybe they just didn't feel like designing two separate areas or something.
Right. and that's the fundamental question with so many of the choices they made in this game. Is why would they do that? Why are keys random drops? Why are the towns and the actual gameplay levels the same place? Why did that boss have an unblockable laser attack?
Why do you have literally like 3 or 4 merchants within the same screen area?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because like immediately we were just so tired of just having the opportunity to buy things where you could either have like a merchant that's somewhat hidden, somewhat not obvious, and make it really enticing for the player, or
right.
At the end of the level just have the merchant pop up. That's where we get to buy stuff we want to, and then we go to the next level and have to wait till the end to buy more stuff. Just a system like that where it matters.
Right, give them different inventories. You can have a weapons merchant and an upgrade merchant and all that. Did they expect us to grind for the high jump? I think I only saw those in 1 or 2 places in the first map.
Yeah, I almost feel like they wanted you to grind like in the very first level and just spend so much time grinding in the first level just to get through the rest of the game.
Right, but then what if you get a game over? You're back at 0.
Yeah,
and this is 2017. You don't have time for that anymore.
No, definitely not. We have so many other games to play, so you don't need to make a game with an NES sense of game design, because we're no longer in an age where we want to have a game where we have to spend 30 hours beating a 2-hour game just because we're trying to go through every single option until we know what the right one is.
Right. Not even the games that are hailed as the heirs to NES design practices, the Dark Souls and its clones games. They don't do crap like that. At worst, you have a shot at getting your XP back. Yeah, don't waste my time. I felt like this game was wasting my time.
Yeah, I concur with that. That's really all I can really say about this game. Is it tried, but it didn't succeed in really any meaningful way. It's put together decently, but that's about all I can say for it.
Yeah, it could have been worse, but the best parts of the game were still pretty generic.
Yeah, you don't get much more generic than this.
No.
Which is why, for my final rating, I'm not even going to come up with anything clever or that ties into the game for my rating for it. I'm just going to give it a simple thumbs down. As generic as you can get, just like this game.
I concur. I will put in similar amounts of effort and just concur.
Okay, I concur as well.
So, if you concur, feel free to chime in the comment section. As always, if you have games you would like to see us review, we're open to suggestion. And all that said, this has been Gamehater reviewing some game. Gunmetal Arcadia 0, I think the name was. And we hate this game, and we're going to bed. Good night.
Good night.